it's me, Nikki, here with my new coffee bar in my semi-newly renovated kitchen. The renovations are still going on. We have about another couple days and we should be done. And hopefully I can get that reveal video out to you within the next week and a half. So I can't wait to share the entire kitchen with you. But I thought it would be fun to go ahead and share the coffee bar that we put inside the kitchen with you because it's already complete. And that's what you're looking at here. Now, I had an old small cabinet that I had got from Pier 1 that I've been using for years, and that was my coffee bar prior to this. And one of the very first videos that I ever did was how I put together my coffee bar. And so it's so neat to now come to you 3 years later and share with you my new coffee bar. And so I really have been loving it. So I really want to take you on a tour of it to share with you how I have it all put together, how I have it organized, and how it functions for me because it really is a great asset to the kitchen. So let's jump right in. Okay, so let's start with the top part here. This is a piece that I got from Craigslist for $150. It was the top of a china cabinet. I love it because it brings a different vibe to my kitchen because I didn't want to put just stock cabinets here to kind of put all of my coffee cups and things in there. I wanted something a little unique to just bring a little flair to the kitchen, and I thought that this would be perfect. So my husband did such a great job making it over, and it just really fits nicely. Now for the actual bar part, what we did was, and you'll notice I'm trying to put out my Christmas decorations. They're not all out yet, so bear with me on that. But on the coffee bar part, I purchased this piece. This is a piece that I purchased from overstock.com, and I will link everything in the description box below to everything that I can find that I'm showing you here. So if you're interested, you can just click that link below. But what we did was, it had a wood top on it initially. So what we did was, when they put our granite in, we had them put a piece of granite on the top of the coffee bar to replace that wood so that it all blended into my kitchen. And I love how it looks because it really makes it a part of the kitchen. And so now I want to take you through and kind of show you how I have things organized with both pieces, the bottom piece here and the top piece of my new coffee bar. Okay, so let's start with the top of the coffee bar, and I'll share with you how I have that put together. And so the key thing when you're putting together a coffee bar is on the bar part, you want those essential items that you're going to use every day so that you can basically get up in the morning, come here, and everything is easily accessible for you and your family. Now, your coffee bar can also serve for when you have guests and things like that, but you don't necessarily have to have those items that you use when you're entertaining out all of the time. So on top of the bar, I knew that I only wanted those pieces that I would be using and those components that we needed every day to kind of get our day started. Okay, so the first thing on the bar is my lamp. And if you've been with me a while, you know that this was the very first YouTube video that I ever did. I did a DIY on how I put together this teacup lamp for my old coffee bar. And it did sit on my old coffee bar the entire time. The only difference is that I changed out the lampshade, and I'll link all this below if you're interested where I got everything from. But I changed out the lampshade to something that would more so match the newly renovated kitchen, along with something that was a little larger as far as the lampshade because it needed to fit the size of this bar. My last coffee bar was very small, so the lampshade was smaller, but it really didn't complement the lamp much, and I think this is more proportionate to me there. And then when we found the cabinet here, we were able to find something that ensured that the lamp would fit under the cabinet. So that was something we definitely looked for. And then next to it, I simply just have a silver candlestick that I had, and I tied a piece. I'm putting out kind of Christmas decorations, so bear with me, not everything's out yet. And maybe I'll do a kitchen tour. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in me doing kind of a Christmas kitchen tour, decor tour, something like that when I put all my decorations out. But anyway, this greenery here I had, and I just set this on top. It's just sitting on top of there, but I thought it was a nice look and I loved it there. And so that's that. And then the next thing here is I have just kind of my coffee flavorings here, and this is something that I just recently ordered, and because I didn't have it before. I had smaller bottles before, but I wanted something that I could really use. And the great thing about it, this lasts for 2 years. It doesn't expire for 2 years, so we'll definitely get through that. And let me bring you closer to kind of see the flavors and things. So the flavors that I have are eggnog, coconut cream, and white chocolate. Easy to get to. This lasts 24 months, I believe it is. You can sit it out. It does not have to be refrigerated, so that's good to go. And just such a nice touch to be able to add to your coffee every day. I have this tray that I got from Home Goods. You might remember from my Home Goods shopping haul, I shared this, and it works perfectly on my coffee bar. And so on it, I just have this bowl here with my sugar in it and this little spoon spoon here. This is actually one that I've had for a while. It's an olive bowl, but instead of putting olives in it, I have my sugar in it. And then these here I got from my mom here. She gave me these, they're salt and pepper shakers. She gave me these a while back. They're nice and heavy and silver. They're beautiful. And I'm using this for my cocoa and my cinnamon. And so that just sits there. And I just love the look. I think it fits perfectly. So here's the main focus of the coffee bar, the coffee maker, espresso maker. I love that it's dual function. One side is for the espresso, one side is for the coffee. Have my frother here, have everything I need to make a perfect cup of coffee every morning. It fits the bar perfectly. On top here we have our everyday mugs, and this is actually a warmer, so it's great because as the coffee is brewing, our cups can be getting warm, nice and warm, just to make that cup of coffee extra special. And so I just sat 4 of our kind of main cups here so that we can just easily grab them so they're very convenient there. But I just love this coffee maker, and the Keurig that I had went to my husband's job, so it's getting great use. They were so excited to get it, and it works perfectly there for them. So my husband's happy to have that at work also, so I'm happy about that. Now moving on to right beside the coffee maker here, I just have put, I had this, you guys may have remembered this dome here. Again, I'll link everything below if you're interested in it, but I've had it for a couple years now, but it works great. I added it with this tray that I've had for some time, and it's a nice place to put our muffins, or if I want to put coffee cakes, I can always keep something on hand to go along with our coffee. And then behind here I have just biscotti, and it's just kind of packaged different packs of biscotti, and it works perfectly because we always have something to kind of have with our coffee, and so it's a nice place to put that there. And so this is the top of the coffee bar, and everything just functions really well, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. So now I want to take you into the top of the coffee bar, and this is where I keep all of my coffee cups, coffee accessories, and things like that. For entertaining, for home, just it's all kept up here, and everything fit perfectly, so I am just over the moon happy. So I'll show you inside the cabinet, so let's jump in. Okay, so here's the cabinet where I keep all of my coffee accessories, such as my coffee cups and things like that. And I want to take you through quickly and just kind of run through just to show you each shelf. I won't take too long with this though, but let's jump in. So on the top shelf there, I just have my glass coffee cups. I have my, service for one teacups, basically the teacup and the individual service for one. I have my coffee press, my kind of teapots, manual coffee makers, my silver teacups that you all know about, and you've seen a lot of this stuff, and it's just kind of my different coffee cups, my saucers that go with my multiple glasses below. And you'll notice I have a lot because when I was in England, I invested in that, not much money, but I wanted something so that when I did baby showers or had friends over or Christmas time, I had enough for everybody. And so you can just see I have my espresso cups here, just kind of more coffee cups and espresso cups. I just have everything in my little collection, all fits in here nicely, and so I'm just really over the moon happy with how everything fits. Now below on the coffee bar here, you'll notice here where this typically, I believe, is where you would put wine bottles. I guess when they built this unit here, this is what they anticipated you would use it for, but it fit my coffee cups perfectly. This is great because I had got these coffee cups when I was in the UK at a grocery store called Sainsbury for, I want to say 80 pence to a pound. They weren't expensive at all, but it's enough so that when I have a large amount of guests over, everybody, I have enough coffee cups for everyone. And the saucers that you saw in my cabinet accompany that, but I got that from a restaurant supply store, and they match perfectly, and so it just really is a perfect set to have when you entertain a lot, or when you want to have that on hand. And we can use them every day also because they're so easy to access now because they fit right here. And the great thing about this being a kind of I guess place to hold, it goes back deep, so I can fit multiple cups. So you can see here I have multiple cups going back there, so it fits all of them right there, so that worked out great. So now let me take you in the bottom of the cabinet and kind of show you what I have in the drawers and what I have in the kind of cabinets below. So I want to take you through each one of the drawers first, and then we'll do the cabinets below. Okay, so in this first drawer, this is where I keep all of my teas. I wanted to kind of separate things by tea, coffee, and accessories. And so the first drawer is perfect. I can fit all of my teas in here, loose teas. I can fit my tea bags. I have my tea box in here. And many of you remember my tea box from my old coffee bar. But the great thing about having this tea box is that when I'm entertaining and I have a buffet or anything like that, I can pull this tea box out, sit it on my table so that my guests can get to the different teas. And so it really works well that way. And when I'm not using it as far as having company, I can put it in my drawer here and I still have a great place to store all of my teas. So it really is exciting to have all of my teas in one drawer here. Okay, the next drawer here is where I keep all of my tea, coffee accessories as it relates to things that you need, such as spoons and napkins and tea bag holders and just kind of, just all the things that you need to make your tea, make your coffee, anything that you need, the scoops, anything you need is going to be in this drawer here. And so I use the little bamboo organizers to kind of help me organize these drawers, and it works great. Again, I'll have a link in the description box below to anything that I'm sharing with you, but it really fits everything perfectly. I do have some extra tea boxes here that I need to move down below, but everything works great. And in this final drawer is where I keep all of my coffee here. So in here I have all of my coffee bags here, and then I have some decaf little packets here that my parents love, and this can be something on the go also. And then I have another tea box here where this is great because I can hold not tea, but I hold all of my kind of coffee accessories here. So I have like the coffee creamers, the different flavors of the coffee creamers. I have my Equal, Splenda, Sweet and Low, raw sugar, and that all houses so nicely in there. Again, easy to get to every day, or easy to get to when I have company. It's always there, always ready, always set up. Okay, so now I want to take you under the coffee bar to show you how I have that organized. The first tool that I use to organize under here is something new that I found at Target. I don't know if it's new at Target, but I just saw it in the bathroom section, and it's these metal baskets with the inserts in them, and I love the inserts because they have that kind of coating in them that you can wipe them out easy, and they're so if you drop something or something spills, they can just be wiped out. And they're a little on the pricey side, but it was worth the investment for me because I'm really going to be keeping these for years, and I wanted something that would not only function well for me, but something that I could easily keep clean, and this would work perfectly. And so now I want to take you through and show you what I have kind of in the baskets and how it functions for me on the coffee bar. Okay, so the baskets fit perfectly in there, and I'm really happy with kind of the storage solutions, should I say, that I have here. Now in the very first one here, this is where I keep all of my coffee filters, easy to get to in the morning when I need them. Right here is where I keep all of our kind of travel mugs. We just have those tucked away there when we need to get to those. Down below here are where all my office coffee cups are, because in my home office I like to change out my mugs for the seasons and things like that. And so these are kind of the coffee mugs that sit on my desk, and whenever I want to change them out, I have them all here to get, I can get to them. And then in here, this is just kind of where I have my coffee grinder and my kind of electronic frother, milk frother. And so all of that just sits in there. And again, all of it's so simple and easy to get to. So I'm really happy with how that is. Now, if you move over to the other side here, this is where I have all of my kitchen towels. And so I know it's the coffee bar, but I thought it functioned well to keep all of my kitchen towels in here. And so that's what's in there. And then in this one here is where I keep my kind of dishcloths. So the smaller one is for the dishcloths. Now down below here, this is where I keep my oven mitts, and I thought it was just a perfect place for them, so they tuck nicely in there. And then on the side here is where I keep all of my extras. So I have all of my kind of extra teas and coffee things. I can stick those also in there. And I do have extras kind of behind here also. I have tucked back there just kind of tons of sugar and teas and things, so that when I need to replenish my drawers and coffee bar and things like that, I have that all there. So as you can see, everything has a place, and I just love how easy it is to get to everything. So that's how I have my new coffee bar set up. It was so exciting to share with you. I hope that you found it interesting, and if you found any tips, but I really am enjoying it, and I can't wait to share the entire kitchen reveal with you. I'm so excited to be winding down on this project, and I hope you all are doing great and have a wonderful weekend. And this is Nikki saying goodbye.